And hello there everybody, I'm Seth Cole, and welcome to a video that quite a few of you I'm sure have been looking forward to. This is the first time this season, in Season 7, that I've had to have replacement signups. Everybody had done a really good job of commenting and everything, and I thought I wasn't actually going to have one of these until about midway through the season, but alas, a couple of drivers have not been commenting, and I don't feel it right that for people that would be watching the races and commenting that they not have the opportunity to have a ride. So what I did was I had basically a limit set in my head of 30 people. One of these is actually going to have 31 in the list, but that doesn't really matter. But once I got 30 people in each drawing list, I then made the video unlisted. So for those of you that got in, congratulations. For those of you that didn't, there may be replacement videos coming out somewhere in the near future as well, but I'm not really sure really if there will or not. It's really all going to depend. So we have here the Oreo Truck Series, Mobile Cup Series, and Snickers Cup Series replacement signups. Now, before I do the replacement drawing, I am going to state that when I do have replacement signups announcements, if somebody that is in that list of replacements ends up messaging me with a legitimate reason why they weren't able to comment on my races, then I remove their name from the replacement list. And one of them is Drew Austin. Now, as you know, the 54 Mobile Cup Series ride and the number 9 Dodge for the Snickers Cup Series, both driven by Drew Austin, they were up on the replacement block, if you will. Well, I actually got a message from Drew Austin. His computer's been down for the past 5 weeks or so, and he's actually now starting to comment again. So with him notifying me, that is good enough for me to be able to say, okay, if you had that problem and you weren't able to comment for that reason, that's fine. Your name is taken off the replacement list. We're not going to take and replace you out of your ride. The people that I am going to be replacing here are people that did not do that. So for those of you that are watching this that already are in rides, or for those of you that may end up getting rides here today, realize that if I end up having a video where I say you're going to be getting replaced, realize that's not the end. If you have a reason why you haven't been commenting, you can message me and let me know, and then if it seems like a feasible reason, then I will not replace you. So it's really, it doesn't mean when I say I'm going to be replacing you that it's one and done. If you have a reason, it won't happen. So what's actually going to be happening here is we're going to have 2 less rides up for grabs than we normally did. We'll still have 2 Truck Series rides. That's the 75 Pepsi Max Chevy Silverado and the 33 Cheerios Betty Crocker Chevy Silverado. We will have 1 Mobile and Cup Series ride. That's the number 24 Bass Pro Shop Chevy. Or, listen up, or if there's a certain number or ride that if you end up getting the 24 that you want to drive and you don't want to drive the 24, let me know in the comments. It's got to be a Nationwide Series 13 mod car, but if there's a certain kind that you want to drive that isn't occupying a number that I currently have in my Mobile and Cup Series, you can use that car. And then the same thing for the Snickers Cup Series, because we have the number 24 Hendrick Motorsports car. However, I'm pretty sure everybody wants the 24 because it's Jeff Gordon. But if you don't particularly want to drive the 24 car and there's another kind of car you want to drive in the Snickers Cup, you can let me know that as well. That is if you get the 24 car. So let's get to it. I'm going to actually just change the random.org thing here. Now, for those of you that are new to the replacement signups thing, everybody that commented that they wanted to be in the draw for whichever series, I end up taking the first commenter first and giving him draw number 1. Then the next one was draw number 2 down to draw number 30. I took them in order so that way it's basically first come first serve with the number that they are going to have. What's going to happen here is I am over on the left side of the screen here, I have a true random number generator, which is on random.org. So that way I'm not picking out who the person is going to get the ride. It's going to be drawn completely at random, and there's no favoritism or anything like that involved. What's going to happen? I have here the minimum number is 1, the maximum number is 30. If your number ends up coming up on the generator underneath here where it says result, that means you're going to get the ride that is currently up for grabs when I say so. So let's show you the list for the Oreo Truck Series, which there are 2 rides available, as I said. Alan Cavanaro is going to be number 1. Number 2 will be Jake Williams. Number 3, Cody Hagan. Ryan Acosta, 4. Dion Scott, 5. Nick Smith is 6. 7th is Ian Siegel. 8th is Daniel Voiles. Andrea Erickson, 9th. Darren Gale is 10th. Jason Trost is 11th. Rod Houston is 12th. Caleb Farrell is 13th. Joe Davis 14th. 15 is Samuel Light. 16 Sam McMillan. 17 Nick Muciola. Rohit Vidaravu 18. Mason Wood 19. James Shelley 20. Card Keselowski 21. Carson Gum 22. Daniel Day 23. Justin Talampas 24. Nick Barney 25. PJ Williams 26. Jacon Cornego is 27, Brad Smith 28, Jeffrey Finguy 29, and Nick Eggleston is 30. I look through here and I see quite a few former drivers in this series. Ryan Acosta's one. Let's see. Rod Houston used to be in this series. Rohit Vidarvu, Mason Wood, Carter Keselowski, Daniel Day, and Nick Eggleston. So for those drivers, they'd be making their return. For the others, they'd be making their debut. So it's time to find out. We'll first put up in the order that I actually uploaded in the video. So we'll do the number 75 truck. Oh, there's another thing I should mention too. As far as the 75 truck, that's a custom scheme. If somebody wants to not have the 75 and have another kind of car or another truck, let me know that too. Because yeah, that 75 car was a custom car. I'm not really sure how well I like it. If you guys like it and you want it, that's fine. You know, I'm not saying you have to change your ride, but I'm just throwing that out there for whoever gets this 75 truck. So let's find out who's going to get the number 75 Pepsi Max Chevy, or at least a spot in the Oreo Truck Series, and it's going to be number 28, which is Brad Smith. So Brad Smith is going to be making his debut in the Oreo Truck Series. Now it's time to move over to the number 33 Cheerios Betty Crocker Chevrolet. And who is going to get that ride? It's going to be number 16. Sam McMillan will be making his debut in the Oreo Truck Series. So congratulations to Brad Smith and Sam McMillan. You will be making your debuts at Infineon in the Oreo Truck Series. Be sure that you comment under that race and the races in the future to be able to keep those rides, so that you won't have to be replaced in the next replacement video. Alright, let's scroll it down here. And since there are 31, I'm going to cut off the mobile at the top here. You know this is for mobile, don't you? Yeah, you do. Alright, so we're going to make it 31 entries here. This is for only one ride, due to the fact that Drew Austin's 54 is taken off the auction block, if you will. So this is for the number 24 machine, or, as I said before, a ride in the Mobile and Cup Series if you do not want to drive the 24 and you have another ride and number in mind. But one is going to be Alan Cavanaro, Jake Williams 2, then it's going to be Cody Hagan, Ryan Acosta, Dion Scott, Nick Smith, Annie Thomas, Avis Rapax, Jason Tross, Michael White, Joe Davis, Samuel Light, Robbie Noser, Brandon Gonzalez, Nick Muciola, Alex Tanker, Connor Breton, Rohit Vidarvu, Mason Wood, Fernanditarius Collin, doggone you, John Citadino, Amy Shelley, Carter Keselowski, Carson Gum, Justin Talampas, Nick Barney, PJ Williams, Jacon Cornego, Andreas Allen, Brad Smith, Jeffrey Finguy, and Nick Eggleston. So, 31 entries, only one person can get the 24. Let's see who it's going to be. It's going to be number 19, Mason Wood. Now, actually, Mason Wood actually drove the 4 machine, I believe, last season, part-time. And if I remember correctly, too, I think he was a former winner, too. And so Mason, actually, I believe, is scheduled to be in the Mobile and Cup Series All-Star race. Now in the 24, he will have a ride to be able to get into the said All-Star race. So congratulations to him. He ends up killing 2 birds with 1 stone as we move down here now to the Snickers Cup. Snickers Cup Series, the only ride up for grabs is the number 24 out of Hendrick Motorsports, left vacant by Kenny McCurry. So the drivers that are going to be vying for that are Alan Cavanaro, Jake Williams, Cody Hagan, Ryan Acosta, Dion Scott, Nick Smith, Kendall Jones, Trek Togger, Jonathan Skavnicki, Jason Trost, Rod Houston, Joe Davis, Samuel Light, Brandon Gonzalez, Nick Muciola, Alex Tanker, Morgan McGum, Rohit Vidarvu, Mason Wood, Carter Keselowski, Carson Gum, Daniel Day, Justin Talampas, Harrison Ponder, PJ Williams, Jacon Cornego, Andreas Allen, Brad Smith, Jeffrey Finguy, and Nick Eggleston. There's a lot of actually former drivers from this series that are in here. Jake Williams used to be in this series, so did I believe Dion Scott, Ryan Acosta, Trek Togger I know was actually a former winner in this series. Believe Brandon Gonzalez. Yep, Brandon Gonzalez used to drive the 78. Alex Tanker, Rohit Vidarvu, Mason Wood I believe used to be in this series. Same for Carter Keselowski, Daniel Day. PJ Williams drove last season in the 48, so he'd love to make a return to Hendrick Motorsports. And I believe Jeffrey Finguy and Nick Eggleston also took part in previous Snickers Cup Series events. So, let's find out who's going to get the number 24 machine and make their debut for Hendrick Motorsports, or their return in the Hendrick Motorsports Chevy next week at Infineon, and it's going to be number 22. Daniel Day is going to be making, I believe it's his return into the Snickers Cup Series, driving the number 24 for Hendrick Motorsports. So, congratulations to our winners here in this random draw. Brad Smith will be in the 75, Sam McMillan in the 33 in the Oreo Truck Series, Mason Wood will be in the 24 for the Mobile Cup Series, and Daniel Day will be in the 24 for the Snickers Cup Series, all in the Infineon race weekend, which will be coming up very soon. Congratulations to those who got in. For those of you that didn't get in, there may end up being replacement sign-ups soon again. You never know. But for those 4 of you that did get rides, be sure that you do comment on the series that you are going to be in now to make sure that you keep your rides. And I will see you guys all next time, as the Snickers Cup Series race from Dover is going to be coming out next, and then we'll be heading over to Infineon Raceway. So that's basically it, guys, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!